The chamber is open and full of whispers.
Before we dive in, check the link in the description if you want exclusive Timelines members-only videos you won't find on YouTube, all on our Patreon. The Death Chamber is ancient. Stone walls rising into shadow, rows of stone benches descending toward a sunken pit. At the center of the pit, a dais. On the dais, an archway, stone, crumbling. A tattered black veil fluttering within it, though there is no wind. The Veil of Death. Sirius Black duels Bellatrix Lestrange on the stone benches. He's laughing, taunting her. "Come on, you can do better than that," he shouts. Bellatrix's face contorts with rage. Her wand slashes through the air. Avada, the stunning spell strikes Sirius square in the chest. His body arcs backward. Arms flung wide, the momentum carries him toward the veil. The archway seems to reach for him. The tattered fabric billows. 20 feet below, Harry Potter screams. No, not a word. A howl of pure denial. Something inside Harry breaks. The same power that turned his mother's sacrifice into an unbreakable ward. The same magic that shattered glass at the zoo when he was 7. The same force that made him survive the killing curse as a baby. Love. Desperate, absolute, soul deep. It erupts from Harry without a wand, without words, without training, wandless protego. A shield explodes into existence, not polished, not controlled, raw, primal, golden white light. It catches Sirius mid-air. His body freezes, 6 inches from the veil. The ancient archway flutters violently. The whispers beyond it grow loud, desperate, reaching, but the shield holds. Sirius crashes to the stone floor instead, gasping, alive. Harry collapses. The wandless magic drains him completely. He falls to his knees, vision blurring. Hermione catches him. "Harry, what did you—" But Remus Lupin is there. Protego. A proper shield, controlled. The curse rebounds. Dumbledore appears at the chamber entrance, robes billowing, wand raised, eyes blazing. Enough. One word, but it echoes. Magic saturates the air. Bellatrix's eyes go wide. She disapparates with a crack. Gone. The Order of the Phoenix floods into the chamber. Tonks. Mad-Eye Moody. Kingsley Shacklebolt behind them, aurors in red robes, and Cornelius Fudge, the Minister for Magic, pale, shaking, staring at the center of the chamber, where Lord Voldemort stood moments ago. Before he fled, Fudge saw him, everyone saw him. The lie is over. Dumbledore kneels beside Sirius. "Sirius, can you hear me?" Sirius coughs. His gray eyes focus. "Dumbledore, I'm alive. Yes. Thanks to Harry." Sirius looks across the chamber, sees Harry, Hermione holding him upright. "Harry," Sirius's voice breaks. "You saved me." Harry tries to stand. Can't. Too weak. Had to. Couldn't lose you. Sirius crawls toward him, ignoring Dumbledore's protests, ignoring the pain. He reaches Harry, pulls him into a fierce embrace. "You did it. You brought me back." Harry sobs into Sirius's shoulder. All the fear, all the desperation, all the love. It pours out. Fudge approaches, slowly, cautiously. He stares at Sirius. "Black, you're alive." Sirius looks up, his eyes are cold. "Cornelius, I believe we have unfinished business. That is, circumstances have changed. I'll be seeing you in courtroom 10. Sirius's voice is hoarse, but it carries authority, the authority of someone who has survived 12 years in Azkaban. Who just survived death itself, who will not be ignored again. Fudge swallows, nods, turns away. Kingsley Shacklebolt steps forward. "Lord Black, I'm placing you under protective custody pending a full Wizengamot trial." "Not arrest?" Sirius asks. "No, sir. Protective custody given the circumstances." He knows. "Will I be chained?" Sirius asks. "No, sir. You'll be held in comfortable quarters, but you must remain in ministry custody until the trial." Sirius stands, slowly, his legs unsteady. Acceptable. He looks at Harry one more time. "I'll see you soon, I promise." Harry nods, can't speak. Too exhausted, the Aurors escort Sirius away, gently, with respect, not like 12 years ago. Dumbledore addresses the remaining Death Eaters. 6 captured Lucius Malfoy among them, disarmed. bound, furious. Take them to holding cells. We'll question them under veritaserum. 12:15 a.m. The atrium is chaos. Reporters everywhere. Cameras flashing. Witches and wizards shouting questions. Is it true you know who is back? Did Sirius Black help capture Death Eaters? Minister, what is your statement? Fudge tries to push through the crowd, tries to reach his office, but Dumbledore is faster. Cornelius, a word, in private. His tone brooks no argument. Fudge's office. 5 minutes later, Dumbledore stands before Fudge's desk. Amelia Bones is there too, head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. Stern, fair, uncompromising. Minister, she says, we have a situation. I'm aware. Fudge starts. Sirius Black has never received a trial. Silence. Fudge's face flushes. He was caught at the scene. Peter Pettigrew's remains were never examined by proper aurors. Amelia interrupts. No investigation, no trial, direct imprisonment. He was obviously guilty. The law doesn't operate on obviously, Cornelius. It operates on evidence and procedure. Dumbledore speaks. His voice is quiet, dangerous. Sirius Black just helped my students fight Death Eaters. He was struck by a curse meant to kill him. Harry Potter saved his life. And now, in front of the entire ministry, you have a choice. What choice? Give him a fair trial, or explain to the Wizengamot why you denied due process to a member of an ancient and most noble house. The House of Black? Sirius is the last male heir. If he claims his lordship, he has a Wizengamot seat, political power, legal protections. He can't, and he will. The question is whether you grant him a trial willingly or whether he forces your hand. Amelia leans forward. Minister, I'm recommending a full Wizengamot trial within 1 week. Proper procedure. Veritaserum testimony from the captured Death Eaters. Witnesses, evidence, everything. Fudge looks between them. Trapped. Fine. 1 week, but if he's found guilty, then justice will have been served, Dumbledore says. But I suspect the truth will surprise you. Daily Prophet Headquarters Morning Edition, the headline screams across the front page. He who must not be named returns. Minister witnesses Dark Lord at Ministry. Subheading, Sirius Black fights alongside aurors. Trial demanded. The article is written by multiple reporters. Not Rita Skeeter this time. Serious journalists. They interview witnesses. Ministry employees who saw Voldemort. Aurors who fought Death Eaters. Students from Hogwarts who were there. Harry Potter's testimony is on record. Given to Amelia Bones immediately after the battle. Sirius Black saved my life multiple times tonight. He fought Death Eaters. He protected students. He's innocent. So does Neville Longbottoms, Luna Lovegoods, Ginny Weasley's, all 6 students, all saying the same thing. Sirius Black is a hero. By mid-morning, the ministry is in chaos. Howlers arrive by the hundreds, demanding Fudge's resignation, demanding justice for Sirius Black, demanding action against Voldemort. Fudge tries to hold a press conference. It's a disaster. Reporters shout him down. Why wasn't Black given a trial 12 years ago? Did you know Pettigrew was alive? How many other prisoners are in Azkaban without trials? Fudge flees. By evening, the Wizengamot calls an emergency session. The vote is swift. 38-12. Cornelius Fudge, removed as Minister for Magic. Amelia Bones, appointed interim minister. The political landscape shifts. Overnight, June 22nd, 1996. Wizengamot Courtroom 10, 9 a.m. The courtroom is packed. 50 Wizengamot members in plum robes, silver W embroidered on their chests. Dumbledore presides as Chief Warlock. Reinstated after Fudge's removal, in the center, a chair with chains. Sirius sits in it, but the chains don't bind him. They rest loose. A symbol more than a restraint. Amelia Bones stands, acting as both minister and head prosecutor. This trial is convened to address charges against Sirius Orion Black. The charges: murder of 12 Muggles and Peter Pettigrew, conspiracy with he who must not be named, escape from lawful imprisonment. She pauses. However, this court must first address a procedural failure. Mr. Black was never given a trial in 1981. He was imprisoned without due process. This violates the Wizengamot Charter of Rights. Amelia continues, we will hear testimony, we will review evidence, and we will determine the truth. Call your first witness, Dumbledore says. I call Harry James Potter. Harry enters, 16 years old, thin, exhausted, but determined. He sits in the witness chair. Mr. Potter, Amelia says gently, please tell the court what you know of Sirius Black. He was my father's best friend. 3 years ago, I learned the truth about what happened the night my parents died. What truth? Peter Pettigrew betrayed my parents to Voldemort. Not Sirius. Pettigrew was the secret keeper. Sirius tried to stop him. But Pettigrew faked his death, framed Sirius, and escaped. How do you know this? Because I met Pettigrew. In my 3rd year, he was hiding as Ron Weasley's pet rat. An animagus, unregistered, gasps through the chamber. Pettigrew confessed in front of witnesses. Professor Lupin, Hermione Granger, Ron Weasley, myself, he admitted everything. He escaped, returned to Voldemort. He's the one who helped resurrect Voldemort last year. More gasps. Louder. Amelia nods. Thank you, Mr. Potter. I now call Remus Lupin. Remus testifies, confirms Harry's story, explains the Marauders, the Animagi, the secret keeper switch. Then Amelia calls Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore testifies about the prophecy, about Voldemort's return, about Sirius's actions at the Department of Mysteries. Finally, Amelia calls the Death Eaters. Lucius Malfoy is brought in. Bound, dosed with veritaserum, 3 drops on his tongue. His eyes glaze. Did Sirius Black ever take the dark mark? Amelia asks. No. Lucius's voice is flat, emotionless. Was he ever a Death Eater? No. Did Pettigrew betray the Potters? Yes. Did Pettigrew kill 12 Muggles? Yes. The courtroom is silent. Amelia dismisses Lucius, turns to the Wizengamot. The evidence is clear. Sirius Black is innocent. Peter Pettigrew is the guilty party. I move for immediate exoneration and release. Dumbledore stands. All in favor of exonerating Sirius Black of all charges? Hands rise. 47 out of 50. Only 3 abstain. Old pureblood families loyal to Voldemort. The motion carries. Sirius Orion Black is hereby cleared of all charges. All sentences are vacated. All criminal records expunged. The chains on Sirius's chair fall away, clatter to the floor. He stands, free. For the first time in 15 years, the chamber erupts in applause. Not everyone, but most. Sirius doesn't smile, doesn't celebrate. He walks to the center of the chamber, stands before the Wizengamot. His voice carries, strong, clear, absolute. I hereby claim my rightful place as Lord of the ancient and most noble House of Black. Dumbledore's expression doesn't change, but there's a gleam in his eyes. So witnessed by the Wizengamot. Lord Black, your seat awaits. A chair appears, high-backed, ornate, the Black family crest carved into the wood. Empty for over a decade, Sirius sits. The chamber goes silent. Then someone starts clapping, slow, deliberate. Others join, not everyone, but enough. Sirius Black is no longer a fugitive. He is Lord Black, and the political landscape will never be the same. June 23rd, 1996. Gringotts Bank Black Family Vault. Sirius stands before the head goblin's desk. Ragnarok, ancient, sharp-eyed, shrewd. Lord Black, we have been expecting you. I imagine you have. Your vault has been dormant since your grandfather's death in 1991. I'm here to rectify that. Ragnarok nods, pulls out a ledger, thick, leather-bound, filled with parchment. The House of Black maintains 7 vaults at Gringotts. The primary vault contains liquid assets. The secondary vaults contain family heirlooms, property deeds, investment portfolios, and other items, artifacts, books, objects of historical significance. Dark artifacts, Sirius understands. I'll need access to all of them, of course. But first, we must verify your claim. Ragnarok produces a silver bowl. A drop of blood falls into it. Sirius's blood? The bowl glows. Green light, then gold. Runes appear on the surface, confirming lineage. Sirius Orion Black, son of Orion and Walburga, grandson of Arcturus III, great-great-great-grandson of Phineas Nigellus. The line is unbroken. You are Lord Black. Ragnarok stands. Follow me. They descend, deep into Gringotts, past the regular vaults, into the ancient section where the oldest families keep their wealth. The cart stops, a massive door, the Black family crest engraved in silver. Ragnarok places his hand on it. The door swings open, Sirius steps inside, and freezes. Gold, mountains of it, galleons piled to the ceiling. But that's just the start. Shelves line the walls, filled with deeds to properties across Britain, investment documents in magical businesses, rare books, grimoires, family records, artifacts, wands, jewelry, everything the Black family accumulated over centuries. Sirius picks up a deed. Black Manor, Scottish Highlands, 500 acres, fortified, warded. This property still exists? Yes. Abandoned since 1979, but the wards remain, keyed to Black blood. Flourish and blots, quality Quidditch supplies, dozens of businesses. How much? Sirius asks quietly. The liquid assets? Approximately 8 million galleons. The investments generate roughly 400,000 galleons annually. The properties are valued at another 12 million galleons. Sirius's legs go weak. He sits on a pile of gold. 20 million. Your family was very wealthy, Lord Black, and very careful with their investments. Sirius laughs. It's bitter, but real. They were monsters, but they weren't stupid. He stands. I need to access Black Manor. Today, of course, I'll prepare the necessary documents. June 23rd, 1996. Number 4, Privet Drive, 2 p.m. Sirius stands on the doorstep, wearing proper robes now. The family crest on his chest. He looks every inch the Lord. He knocks. Vernon Dursley opens the door. His face goes purple. You! Get away from... I have just been exonerated of all charges, and I have a court order. He produces a document, signed by Amelia Bones herself. Harry Potter is to reside with his godfather, Lord Sirius Black, for the summer. You will pack his belongings now. Vernon snatters. This is outrageous. The boy stays here. The boy is my responsibility, and I'm taking him. Petunia appears, pale, frightened. Vernon, let him go. What? Let him go. We've done our duty. The magical world can have him. She looks at Sirius. There's something in her eyes. Relief, guilt. Take him, please. Just take him. Sirius nods. Harry, get your things. Harry appears at the top of the stairs, already packed. He's been ready since this morning. Hoping. He runs down, grabs his trunk, Hedwig's cage. I'm ready. Let's go home. They disappear. June 23rd, 1996. Black Manor, Scottish Highlands, 3 p.m. They appear on a hillside, overlooking a valley, green, wild, beautiful, and there. Black Manor, massive, stone, Gothic architecture, towers and turrets, stained glass windows, iron gates, but it's been abandoned. Ivy covers the walls. The gardens are overgrown. The gates are rusted. This is it, Harry asks. This is home. Or it will be. Sirius approaches the gates, places his hand on the iron. The Black family crest glows. Recognizing his blood, the gates swing open. They walk up the path. To the main doors, Sirius opens them. Inside, dust, cobwebs, darkness, but also a grand entrance hall, marble floors, crystal chandeliers, portraits on the walls, a sweeping staircase, doors leading to dozens of rooms. Creature, Sirius calls. A crack, the house elf appears, ancient, wrinkled. Muttering, Master calls. Creature comes. Though Creature does not. Creature. Sirius's voice is firm. I am Lord Black. You are bound to serve the House of Black. I claim your service. Creature's eyes narrow, but he bows. Master is Lord. Creature obeys. Good. I want this manor cleaned, top to bottom, every room. Every hallway, make it livable. Creature will clean. Yes. Sirius looks at Harry. This is ours now. The Black family legacy. Dark, twisted, full of terrible history. He pauses. But it's also powerful, wealthy, connected, and I'm going to use every bit of it to protect you. Harry stares at the manor. What about the Dursleys? The blood protection. Dumbledore and I discussed it. The protection is tied to your mother's blood. To Petunia, as long as you visit once a year, even for an hour, the protection holds. But you don't have to live there anymore. So I'm free. You're free. Harry's eyes fill with tears. I'm really free. You're home, Harry, and you'll never be alone again. June 24th, 1996, Granger residence, London morning. Hermione Granger sits at the breakfast table, reading the Daily Prophet. Her parents watch nervously. Hermione, dear, her mother says, about this summer. The doorbell rings. Mr. Granger opens it. Sirius Black stands there. Immaculate robes. Confident posture. Nothing like the wanted posters. Mr. and Mrs. Granger. I'm Sirius Black, Harry Potter's godfather. They stare. We've heard about you. Mr. Granger says carefully, I imagine you have. May I come in? Hermione appears. Sirius, hello, Hermione. I have a proposition. He sits, explains. Harry is living with him now, at Black Manor. They're preparing for war, training, learning, getting ready. I'd like Hermione to join us for the summer. As Harry's study partner and training companion, Mrs. Granger looks alarmed. Training? For what? For survival. Voldemort has returned. Harry is targeted, and Hermione, as Harry's closest friend and a Muggle-born, is also at risk. You want to teach our daughter to fight? I want to teach her to defend herself, to be ready. To survive Brawn, Mr. Granger speaks. We appreciate the offer, but Hermione is 15. Dad, Hermione interrupts. I'm going. Hermione, finally, her mother sighs. You're sure about this? I'm sure. Then be careful, please. Hermione hugs them. I will, I promise. She packs quickly. 30 minutes later, she and Sirius disappear to Black Manor. June 24th, 1996. Black Manor. Training grounds. Afternoon. The training grounds are behind the manor. A large open space. Stone circles for dueling. Targets for spell practice. Obstacle courses. Harry and Hermione stand in the center. Sirius faces them. Remus Lupin is there too. He arrived this morning. At Sirius's invitation, welcome to the Black curriculum, Sirius says. His tone is serious. This isn't Hogwarts, no house cups, no detentions, just survival. You've both fought Death Eaters. You've both survived. But you survived by luck, by instinct, by desperation. That's not enough. Not anymore. Voldemort is back. He's gathering his forces. He's planning. And when he strikes, he won't give you time to think, time to hesitate, time to be afraid. So we're going to train. 6 weeks. Intensive. Brutal. By the end, you'll be ready. Harry raises his hand. Ready for what? To stand beside me when we go to war. Sirius gestures to Remus. Remus will teach defensive magic. Proper shields, wards, counter curses. I'll teach offensive magic. Gray magic, the kind the Black family used for centuries. Not dark arts, but not the soft spells Hogwarts teaches either. Hermione asks, what's gray magic? Magic that exists between light and dark. Tactical, practical, designed for combat, cutting hexes, blasting curses, spells that disable, injure, incapacitate, without crossing the line into unforgivables. We'll also teach you occlumency, wandless magic, physical conditioning, and most importantly, teamwork. Harry, you're the hammer. Power. Instinct. Raw magic. Hermione, you're the scalpel. Precision, strategy, control. Together, you're a duo. And a duo is harder to kill than two individuals. He looks at them both. This will be hard, painful, exhausting. But I promise you, by the end, you'll be warriors. Not students. Warriors. Are you ready? Harry and Hermione exchange a glance, then nod. We're ready. Week 1, foundations. Day 1, occlumency, morning. They sit in the Black family library, shelves towering, books everywhere. Sirius holds an ancient text. Occlumency, the art of mental defense. Voldemort can invade minds, read thoughts, plant false visions. If he gets into your head, he can control you, manipulate you, destroy you. Occlumency prevents that. The traditional method is to clear your mind, empty it completely, but that's nearly impossible under stress. The Black family method is different. Compartmentalization. Your mind is a library. Thoughts are books. When someone tries to invade, you show them the books you want them to see. You hide the important ones behind walls. It requires discipline, practice, and emotional control. Hermione asks, "How do we practice?" "I'll attempt Legislating on you, gently. You'll try to resist. We'll build up slowly." He starts with Hermione. Legislating. His wand points at her forehead. He enters her mind, sees her parents, books, Hogwarts, friends. But the memories are organized, clear. She's naturally good at this. "Excellent. You're compartmentalizing already. Keep practicing." He turns to Harry. Legislating. Harry's mind is chaos. Emotions, trauma, fear, memories flooding forward. His parents dying. Cedric's death, Sirius falling through the veil. Wait, Sirius didn't fall, but Harry's mind still sees it. The trauma is deep. Sirius withdraws. "Harry, your mind is a storm. We need to calm it." "I can't. Every time I close my eyes, I see." "I know, but that's why we're doing this. To give you control, so Voldemort can't use your fears against you." Harry tries again and again and again. By the end of the day, he can hold Sirius out for 10 seconds. It's a start, day 3, physical conditioning, afternoon. Remus runs them through exercises, sprints, push-ups, obstacle courses. "You can't duel if you're winded after 30 seconds, he says. Harry and Hermione are gasping, sweating. Magic requires focus. Focus requires oxygen. Oxygen requires stamina. They run laps around the training grounds. 5 miles, then strength training, then flexibility. By the end of the week, they're stronger, faster, better. Day 5, wandless magic. Evening, Sirius sits across from Harry. "You saved my life with wandless magic. You didn't mean to. It just erupted. Now we teach you control. Wandless magic is about will, intent, emotion. Close your eyes. Picture a small object, a quill." Harry closes his eyes, sees a quill on the table. Now imagine it moving, not with your wand, with your will, your magic. Harry focuses. The quill trembles, then lifts an inch, then falls. Good. Again. By the end of the session, Harry can levitate the quill consistently. Small. But progress, Hermione tries. She struggles more than Harry. Her magic is precise, controlled, wand-based. Wandless magic requires letting go. Trusting instinct, it's harder for her. But she keeps trying. Week 2, gray magic. Day 8, offensive spells, morning. Sirius stands before practice dummies, human-shaped, enchanted to move. Today we learn cutting hexes. He raises his wand. Diffindo, precise, this spell can disarm an opponent, literally. It cuts through flesh, bone, cloth. Non-lethal if aimed correctly. Lethal if not. Not illegal, but not taught at Hogwarts either. Try it. Cuts through the fabric. Not deep, but effective. Hermione's turn. Diffindo. Her spell is more controlled. Cuts exactly where she aimed. The dummy's wand hand. Disarmed. Excellent, Sirius says. They practice for hours. On moving targets. On targets behind cover. Day 10. Blasting curses. Afternoon. Confringo. Sirius shouts. The spell hits a stone wall. The wall explodes. Shrapnel everywhere. The blasting curse. High-powered. Destructive. Useful for breaking through obstacles. Or enemies. Harry tries. Confringo. The spell hits. The explosion is smaller. But effective. More power. More intent. Harry tries again. This time the explosion matches Sirius's. The wall crumbles. Hermione's turn. She's more cautious, aims at a smaller target, a brick, Confringo. The brick explodes, perfectly contained. No wasted energy. Sirius grins. That's the difference. Harry's a hammer. You're a scalpel. AD 12. The Black Family Shield. Evening. Sirius holds an ancient grimoire. The cover is black leather. Gold lettering, Black Family Defensive Magics. This is a family secret, passed down for generations. The Black Family Shield charm, more powerful than Protego. But it requires blood magic, Hermione asks nervously. Not dark, just old. It uses the caster's life force, their familial connection to create an unbreakable shield. The incantation is Sanguis Meus Scutum Meum. my blood, my shield. He demonstrates, cuts his palm, just a drop. Sanguis meus scutum meum. Not translucent like Protego, solid, shimmering, silver black. Remus fires a curse at it. Reducto. It lasts as long as you maintain focus, and it can protect multiple people if they're touching you. Harry, try it. Harry cuts his palm, winces. Sanguis meus, scutum meum. Smaller than Sirius's, but functional. Hermione tries. Her shield is precise, controlled, exactly the size needed. Good. Practice this every day. It could save your life. Week 3. Tactics Day 15. Duo formation morning. Sirius and Remus stand opposite Harry and Hermione. Today we teach you the duo formation. Each has blind spots. Each can be isolated. But 2 wizards fighting as one, that's a weapon. Harry, you'll take point. Offensive spells, heavy magic. You're the hammer. Hermione, you'll support. Shields. Precision strikes. Tactical calls, you're the scalpel. When Harry attacks, Hermione shields. When Hermione identifies a weakness, Harry exploits it. You move together, think together, fight together. Let's practice. They face off. Sirius attacks. Stupefy. Harry counters. Protego. But the shield is too weak. The spell breaks through. Hermione reacts. Protego. Her shield catches it. Good. Again. They drill for hours. Attack. Defend. Counter. Switch positions. Switch roles. By the end of the day, they move like water. Fluid. Synchronized. When one attacks, the other shields. When one is vulnerable, the other covers. Sirius and Remus can't break them. Day 17, simulated combat, afternoon. The training ground is set up like a battlefield. Cover, obstacles, multiple targets. Sirius and Remus play Death Eaters. Harry and Hermione must survive. Begin. Curses fly. Harry and Hermione dive behind cover. 2 attackers, left flank. Hermione says, I'll draw fire. You flank right. Harry stands. Fires. Confringo. Sirius blocks. But Hermione is already moving. She appears on his right. Stupefy. 1 eliminated. Remus attacks from behind. Harry doesn't see him, but Hermione does. Behind. Harry spins. Protego. 2 eliminated. The simulation ends. Sirius stands, bleeding from a cut on his cheek, from Hermione's cutting hex. He's grinning. You're ready. When we go to war, I want you 2 at my side. Week 6, final test. Day 36. Advanced Tactics, morning. The library is dim. Maps spread across the table. Sirius points to a diagram. This is how Death Eaters fight. Shock and awe. Overwhelming force. Dark magic. They rely on fear. On their opponent's freezing. Hesitating. He points to Harry and Hermione. You don't freeze. You don't hesitate. That's your advantage. Hermione studies the map. What about their formations? They travel in pairs or trios. Never alone. Always watching each other's backs. So we need to separate them? Harry asks. Exactly. Divide and conquer. This is the Auror combat formation. Defensive. Reactive. They wait for the Death Eaters to attack, then respond. That's why they lose. We won't fight like Aurors. We fight like Black family warriors. He draws on the parchment. Aggressive. Proactive. We attack first. We control the battlefield. We dictate the terms. Hermione, you'll identify threats. Prioritize targets. Call the shots. Harry, you'll execute fast, hard, no mercy. And I'll coordinate. Watch your backs. Provide support. The 3 of us, the Vanguard. They practice scenarios, ambush situations, hostage situations, multiple attackers. Each time Hermione calls strategy, Harry executes. Sirius supports. By evening, they move like one organism. Day 38. Mental fortitude. Afternoon. Sirius sits across from Harry, the occlumency practice. One more time. I'm going to push harder today. Legilimens. He enters Harry's mind. Harder than before. Deeper. Harry's defenses crack. Memories flood forward. The graveyard, Cedric's body, Voldemort's resurrection. But this time, Harry doesn't break. He compartmentalizes, pushes the memories behind walls, shows Sirius only what he chooses. A memory of Quidditch, flying, free. Happy, Sirius withdraws. Better, Much better. You held me out for 45 seconds. It's getting easier, Harry says. Good, because Voldemort won't be gentle. If he gets in your head, he'll tear through everything to find what he wants. I won't let him. I know you won't. Hermione's practice is different. Her mind is already organized. Sirius can barely penetrate her defenses. You're a natural, he tells her. Your mind is like a fortress. My parents are dentists, she says. They taught me to be methodical, organized, everything in its place. That discipline is saving your life right now. Day 39, Wandless Magic Mastery. Evening. Harry stands in the center of the training ground. 10 targets surround him. Practice dummies, stone blocks, floating orbs. Levitate all of them at once, without your wand. Harry closes his eyes, focuses, feels his magic, not in his wand, in his core, his soul. He pushes. All 10 objects rise. Shaking, unsteady, but rising. Hold them, Sirius shouts. Harry grits his teeth. Sweat drips down his face. The objects hover. 5 seconds, 10, 15. Then they fall. Harry collapses, gasping. That's more than I could do at your age, Sirius says. More than most adult wizards could do in their lives. You saved me with wandless magic, Harry. You have a gift. We're just teaching you to control it. Hermione tries the same exercise. She manages 3 objects, still impressive, but not Harry's level. You're better with a wand, Sirius tells her. That's not weakness, that's precision. Harry's magic is instinct, emotion, power. Yours is intelligence, control, strategy. Together, you're complete. Day 40, final test, evening. The entire training ground is their arena. Sirius and Remus on one side, Harry and Hermione on the other. Creature watches from the manor steps. Even the house elf is curious. Final test, Sirius says. Full power, no holding back. First team to disarm both opponents wins. If we win, your training is complete. You keep training. He grins. Though honestly, I don't think we're going to win. Remus raises an eyebrow. That confident in them? I've seen what they can do. They're ready. Mental communication now. 6 weeks of partnership. They don't need words. Standard formation, Hermione's thought. No. Let's try the pincer maneuver we practiced yesterday, Harry responds. Risky, but effective, agreed. We're ready, Harry says aloud. Sirius raises his wand. Begin. The duel extended. Sirius opens with a blasting curse. Confringo. Harry doesn't block. He rolls left. The curse hits where he was standing. Ground explodes. Hermione is already moving right, flanking. Stupefy. Remus blocks. Protego. But Harry is attacking from the other side. Defendo. Remus has to block again. Split focus. Hermione keeps pressure. Confringo. Sirius enters the fight. Fires at Harry. Incarcerous. Ropes fly toward Harry. He cuts them mid-air. Wandless magic. Just a thought. The ropes fall. Sirius's eyes widen. Impressive. He attacks harder. Stupefy, Petrificus, Totalis, Expelliarmus. Harry blocks the first 2. The third hits. His wand flies from his hand. He's disarmed. But not defenseless. Hermione tosses him her spare wand. They practice this. Always carry backups. Harry catches it. Fires immediately. Reducto. The curse hits a stone barrier Sirius conjured. The barrier cracks. Hermione follows up. Bombarda. The barrier explodes. Sirius is forced back. Remus tries to flank them, but they're watching. Harry spins. Sanguis meus, scutum meum. The Black family shield erupts. Remus's curse rebounds, almost hits him. He barely dodges. They're using my own tactics against me. Sirius laughs. The duel intensifies. Shields crack. The ground is scorched black. Training dummies obliterated. The stone circles cracked. Harry takes a hit to the shoulder. Cutting hex. He stumbles. Blood soaking his sleeve. Hermione covers him instantly. Protego Maxima, a stronger shield, buys them time. You okay? She asks. Fine. Keep going. They separate. Divide Sirius and Remus's attention. Classic tactic. Hermione faces Remus. Precision versus experience. She's faster. He's smarter. But she's learned from the best. She feints left. Attacks right. Her cutting hex grazes his wand hand. Not enough to disarm, but enough to hurt. Remus's grip loosens. Meanwhile, Harry faces Sirius. Power versus power. Both using the same family magic. Both refusing to yield. Confringo circles behind Sirius. Sirius anticipates. Spins. Fires. But Harry is already casting. Expelliarmus. Hermione casts simultaneously at Remus. Expelliarmus. Both wands fly through the air. Sirius and Remus, disarmed. Silence. He's bleeding from a cut on his cheek, from Hermione's earlier hex. He's limping from Harry's blasting curse. But he's laughing. Pure joy. You did it. You actually did it. Dusts off his robes, looks at his wand on the ground, Merlin's beard, they're terrifying. Harry and Hermione stand together, both exhausted, both bleeding. But victorious, Sirius approaches, kneels beside them. They've collapsed now, too tired to stand. You're ready, he says quietly. When the war comes, we'll stand together. Not as teacher and students, as warriors, as equals, as the Black Vanguard. Harry looks up. The Black Vanguard. I like that. Hermione smiles despite her exhaustion. We're really ready? You just defeated me and Remus, two of the most experienced fighters in the Order. You're more than ready. Tomorrow, we rest. Then we start preparing for Hogwarts. Hogwarts? Harry asks. I've secured a seat on the Board of Governors. I'll be returning to the school, officially. Not as a fugitive, as an overseer, a protector. You two won't be alone anymore. And neither will I. That night, Black Manor, Harry's room. Harry lies in bed, staring at the ceiling. His shoulder is bandaged, healed by Remus's magic, but still sore. A knock on the door. Come in. Sirius enters. He's bandaged too. The cut on his cheek is healing. Can't sleep? He asks. Too much adrenaline. Sirius sits in the chair beside the bed. I'm proud of you, Harry. For what? For saving me. For training so hard. For becoming the man your father would be proud of. Harry's throat tightens. I still see you falling, in my nightmares, through the veil. But I didn't fall. You saved me. I was so scared, I know, but your fear became power. That's the mark of a true wizard. Not power, not skill, but the ability to act when it matters most. You have that. You've always had it. Sirius stands. Get some rest. Tomorrow we plan for year 6. He reaches the door. Pauses. Harry, yeah, I love you like you were my own son. Sirius leaves. Harry closes his eyes. For the first time in months, the nightmares don't come. June 30th, 1996. Black Manor. Library. Planning session. Sirius spreads maps across the table. Harry and Hermione sit across from him. Remus stands by the window. Year 6 begins in 2 months, Sirius says. Dumbledore has briefed me on the situation. The Death Eaters are regrouping. War is coming. But there's something else. Something Dumbledore has been keeping secret. He pulls out a piece of parchment. Horcruxes. Hermione's eyes widen. What are those? Fragments of a soul, hidden in objects, anchoring the caster to life. Voldemort made them. That's why he didn't die when the killing curse rebounded. How many? Harry asks. Dumbledore believes 6. Plus Voldemort himself. 7 pieces total. We've destroyed 1. Tom Riddle's diary. 2nd year, Dumbledore destroyed another. The Gaunt Ring. Last year, that leaves 4. Plus Voldemort. Where are they? Hermione asks. Unknown, but Dumbledore is hunting them, and will help. Sirius looks at them both. This summer you trained to fight, to survive. This year we hunt. We destroy the Horcruxes, we end Voldemort's immortality, and then we finish him. Harry leans forward. Where do we start? Sirius smiles. With the Black family archives. My ancestors were dark wizards. They collected dark artifacts, studied dark magic. If anyone has information on Horcruxes, it would be them. Tomorrow we start researching. The Black Vanguard's first mission, find the Horcruxes. Hermione pulls out parchment. We'll need a systematic approach. Cross-reference historical records, interview portraits, check family vaults. Harry nods. And when we find them, no mercy. Voldemort has terrorized this world for decades. We're going to end him. Remus speaks from the window. It's a suicide mission, but it's the only mission that matters. He looks at Harry. Your parents died fighting him. Cedric died. So many others. We're going to make sure their deaths meant something. Harry stands. When do we start? Harry and Hermione sit together. The train rolls north toward Hogwarts. Outside the window, countryside, hills, rivers. Inside, tension. Students keep walking past their compartment, staring, whispering. That's Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. They fought at the Ministry. They saved the Minister. Is it true Sirius Black is Harry's godfather? Harry ignores them. Hermione reads. A thick book, Advanced Horcrux Theory and Detection, borrowed from the Black family library. Find anything? Harry asks. Horcruxes are designed to be hidden, concealed in objects of significance. Voldemort would choose items connected to his past, to his identity. We need to think like him. What would he value? Harry considers. Power. Legacy. The founders. Exactly. Dumbledore thinks he used objects connected to the Hogwarts founders. We know the diary was Slytherin's legacy. The ring was from the Gaunt family. What else? Hufflepuff's cup, Ravenclaw's diadem, maybe something from Gryffindor. But Dumbledore said Voldemort couldn't get anything from Gryffindor. The sword is in Dumbledore's office. So we're looking for the cup and the diadem, plus one more. The compartment door slides open. Ron Weasley stands there, hesitant. Mind if I sit? Harry and Hermione exchange a glance. Sure, Harry says. Ron sits. Awkward silence. So, Ron says, heard you trained all summer with Sirius. We did. What you learn? How to survive, Hermione says, not unkindly, but firmly. Right. That's good. Another silence. Ron fidgets. Look, I know I wasn't much help at the Ministry. I was rubbish, really. You were there, Harry says. That's what mattered. But you and Hermione, you're on another level now. Everyone's saying you fought Death Eaters, took them down. We had training, Hermione says. From Sirius Black. From Remus Lupin? Yeah. Ron swallows. Think I could train too? Harry looks at him. Really looks. Ron is scared. But he's asking. That takes courage. I'll talk to Sirius, Harry says. He's going to be at Hogwarts this year. He is? Ron's eyes widen. Bloody hell. September 2nd, 1996. Great Hall, start of term feast. The Great Hall is packed. 4 house tables, hundreds of students, floating candles, the enchanted ceiling showing stars. At the head table, the professors, Dumbledore in the center, McGonagall to his right, Snape to his left, and someone new, Sirius Black, sitting at the far end, wearing formal robes. Black with silver trim, the family crest on his chest. Lord Black, the students stare. Whisper, that's Sirius Black. Harry Potter's godfather. He's on the board of governors now. My parents say he's innocent. He killed 12 people. No, that was Peter Pettigrew. Who? Dumbledore stands. The hall quiets. Welcome. Welcome to another year at Hogwarts. Before we begin the sorting, I have an announcement. This year, the Board of Governors has expanded. I am pleased to introduce Lord Sirius Black, who will be serving as an advisor and overseer for student safety. Not universal. Some students clap enthusiastically. Others sit silent. Parents have different opinions. Sirius stands, nods, sits back down, doesn't smile, doesn't wave, just acknowledges. Professional. The sorting begins. First years are called. Sorted into houses. Gryffindor gains 12. Slytherin gains 11. Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff split the rest. Then Dumbledore speaks again. As you know, Lord Voldemort has returned. Gasps. Flinches. Fear. The Ministry now acknowledges this truth. We must be vigilant. We must be prepared. To that end, defense against the dark arts will be taught by Professor Severus Snape this year. More gasps. Snape stands. Cold. Expressionless. Additionally, we will be offering advanced combat training for 6th and 7th years. Optional, but highly recommended, Lord Black will be leading these sessions, along with Professor Lupin, who has graciously agreed to return as a consultant. Remus appears at the side door. Applause. Much warmer this time. Students love Remus. He was the best data teacher they ever had. Harry leans toward Hermione. Sirius didn't mention this. He's full of surprises. The feast appears. Food covering every table. Roast chicken, beef, potatoes, vegetables, pies. Students eat, talk, speculate at the Gryffindor table. Harry and Hermione sit together, Ron nearby, Neville across from them. So, Neville says quietly, "Advanced combat training? You should sign up," Harry says. "Really? My parents? They fought. I should too." Hermione smiles at him. "Your parents would be proud." September 3rd, 1996, Dumbledore's office, evening. Harry and Hermione climb the spiral staircase. Password, acid pops. The gargoyle leaps aside. They enter the circular office. Dumbledore sits behind his desk. Sirius stands by the window. Remus in a chair. "Ah, Harry, Hermione, please, sit." Fawkes the Phoenix trills softly, flies to Hermione's shoulder. She freezes. "He likes you," Dumbledore says. "That is a rare honor." "We must discuss the Horcruxes." He waves his wand. A map appears on the desk. Magical, three-dimensional, showing Britain, Ireland, parts of Europe. As I mentioned to Sirius, I believe Voldemort created 6 Horcruxes. 2 are destroyed, the diary, the ring. 4 remain. He points to locations on the map. The locket, hidden in a cave by the sea. I know where it is. I've been there. But retrieval requires sacrifice. Someone must drink a terrible potion, endure horrific visions. I had planned to go alone. Sirius interrupts. "You're not going alone. I'm going with you." "Sirius, Helga Hufflepuff's cup. I believe it's in the Lestrange vault at Gringotts." "Bellatrix Lestrange?" Hermione asks. "Yes. She was entrusted with it by Voldemort. A sign of his favor." "How do we get into her vault?" Sirius speaks. "Blood rights. Bellatrix is my cousin, a member of the Black family. I can invoke old laws, claim access to family vaults in cases of suspected criminal activity. Ancient Contracts is a Death Eater, which is public record now. I can access her vault legally." Hermione's eyes light up. "That's brilliant. That's my family's legacy, dark, but occasionally useful." Dumbledore points to a third location, the diadem. Ravenclaw's lost diadem. I believe it's hidden somewhere in Hogwarts. "Where?" Harry asks. "That I do not know. It's been lost for centuries. But if Voldemort found it, he would have hidden it somewhere he considered safe, somewhere he knew, somewhere connected to his past. The Room of Requirement," Hermione suggests. "Possibly we'll need to search." Dumbledore's expression darkens. "And then there is the 6th Horcrux." Silence. "Which is?" Sirius asks. Dumbledore looks at Harry, long, searching. Harry goes cold. "What?" "When Voldemort tried to kill you as a baby, the curse rebounded, but a piece of his soul latched onto you. You carry a Horcrux in your scar." Hermione gasps. Sirius goes pale. "No," he says, "that's not possible." "I'm afraid it is." Harry's connection to Voldemort, the visions, the parcel tongue, all symptoms of the Horcrux. Harry can't speak, can't breathe. He's a Horcrux. Part of Voldemort lives inside him. Hermione grabs his hand. "Can it be removed?" she asks, voice shaking. "I believe so, but not yet. Not until the others are destroyed. If we remove it too soon, Voldemort will know. He'll hide the remaining pieces, make them impossible to find. We must destroy the external Horcruxes first. Then we address Harry. Sirius's voice is dangerous, and how do we remove it without killing him? But I'm researching. The Black family library may hold answers. Ancient soul magic, rituals, methods. Then we'd better find those answers. Fast. September 15th, 1996. Room of Requirement Advanced Combat Training. 40 students gather. 6th and 7th years, from all 4 houses, Gryffindors, Hufflepuffs. Even a few Slytherins. Sirius stands at the front, Remus beside him. "Welcome. This isn't a class. It's preparation. Voldemort has returned. War is coming. Some of you will fight, some will run, some will hide. I don't judge any of those choices. Survival is survival. But if you choose to fight, you need to know how." He gestures to Harry and Hermione. "Harry and Hermione trained with me all summer. They're going to demonstrate what you'll learn." Harry and Hermione step forward, face each other. "Standard duel," Sirius says. "First to disarm wins." They bow, raise wands. "Begin." Harry attacks. Stupefy, Hermione blocks. Protego, counters. Expelliarmus, Harry dodges. Fires again. Confringo, Hermione shields. Protego maxima, the curse rebounds. Harry cuts left, Hermione follows. Anticipating, she fires a cutting hex. Defindo, Harry blocks. Barely. The hex grazes his shoulder. His shirt tears, no blood, but close. Too close, he grins. Nice. Returns fire. Reducto. Hermione rolls. The curse hits the floor. Stone explodes. The students watching gasp. This isn't Hogwarts dueling, this is combat. Hermione fires from the ground. Expelliarmus. Harry's wand flies from his hand. She wins. The students erupt in applause. Sirius steps forward. That's what you'll learn. Real combat, not the pretty duels you see in class. Survival isn't about style. It's about speed, strategy, and the will to do what's necessary. He looks at each student. If you're not ready for that, leave now. No shame. No one moves. Good. Let's begin. October 12th, 1996. Black Family Library Research. Hermione sits surrounded by books, ancient tomes, grimoires, family records. She's been here every evening for a month, searching for answers, how to remove a Horcrux from a living host. Harry sits across from her, reading a different book, Soul Magic and the Art of Separation. Sirius enters, carrying another stack of books. Found these in the restricted section. Dark, but potentially useful. Anything, Hermione rubs her eyes. There are references, rituals, but they all require sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice? Death. The host must die to expel the fragment. Silence. No, Sirius says flatly. We're not doing that. There might be a way around it, Hermione says. If we can anchor Harry's soul to something else, keep him tethered while the fragment is expelled. A Horcrux in reverse? Essentially. But without the murder, without the dark magic. Just an anchor, a connection. Harry looks up, the resurrection stone. They stare at him. What? Sirius asks. The resurrection stone. One of the Deathly Hallows. It brings back echoes of the dead. Keep my soul from passing on when the Horcrux is removed? Hermione's eyes widen. That's brilliant. But where is the stone? Dumbledore destroyed the ring. But did he destroy the stone? Sirius stands. I'll ask him. Tonight. He leaves. Harry and Hermione sit in silence. We'll find a way, she says quietly. I won't let you die. I know. October 30th, 1996. Cave by the sea. The locket retrieval. The cave is dark, wet. The sea crashes against rocks outside. Sirius, Dumbledore, Harry, and Hermione stand at the entrance. This is where Voldemort brought the orphans, Dumbledore says. Where he tortured them? The cave opens into a vast cavern. A black lake in the center. An island in the middle. We must cross. Dumbledore says, but the lake is cursed. Filled with inferi. What are inferi? Harry asks. Reanimated corpses. Under the control of a dark wizard. They'll attack anyone who touches the water. Hermione asks. There's a boat. Hidden blood magic activates it. Dumbledore cuts his hand, smears blood on the rock wall. A chain appears. He pulls. A small boat emerges from beneath the water. It will only carry one adult wizard. The enchantment detects magical power, but children don't count the same way. Harry and Hermione exchange a glance. We'll go, Harry says. No. Sirius says immediately, we have to. We're the only ones who can cross together without triggering the curse. Dumbledore nods slowly. He's right. The boat will carry them, but not us. Sirius's jaw clenches. I don't like this. Neither do I, Harry says. But it's the only way. They climb into the boat. It rocks, but doesn't sink. The enchantment accepts them. They push off, glide across the black water. Sirius and Dumbledore watch from the shore, tense, ready. The boat reaches the island. Harry and Hermione climb out. In the center of the island, a stone basin, glowing with eerie green light, filled with liquid. The potion, Hermione whispers. She examines it. It can't be vanished, can't be transfigured, can't be scooped out. It must be drunk. Harry looks at the basin. At the bottom, something glinting. The locket. I'll drink it, he says. No, we both will. half each. Hermione, like always. They use a shell beside the basin. Scoop the potion. Harry drinks first. The liquid burns, tastes like bile and despair. Immediately visions assault him, the Dursleys locking him in the cupboard. Voldemort rising from the cauldron. Cedric dying. Sirius falling through the veil. But that last one isn't real. Sirius is alive. Harry clings to that. Hermione drinks next. She sees her parents tortured by Death Eaters. Hogwarts burning. Harry dead at her feet. She screams. Harry grabs her. It's not real. Hermione, it's not real. Shell after shell. The visions intensify. The pain grows. But they endure. Finally, the basin is empty. The locket revealed. Harry grabs it. Heavy. Gold serpentine S on the front. They collapse. The boat returns automatically, carries them back. Sirius catches Harry as he climbs out. You did it. You're okay. Harry nods weakly. Hermione stumbles. Dumbledore supports her. Well done. Both of you, the Inferi sense them, start rising from the lake. Pale corpses, dripping, reaching. Dumbledore raises his wand. Incendio. Fire erupts. A ring of flame around them. The Inferi recoil. Screaming, run. They flee the cave. Out to the shore. The sea air hits them. Fresh, clean. They're safe. Sirius examines the locket. This is it? This is it, Dumbledore confirms. How do we destroy it? Basilisk venom? Fiend fire? A few other methods. We'll do it at Hogwarts, safely. They apparate away. November 3rd, 1996. Hogwarts, Dumbledore's office. The locket sits on Dumbledore's desk. Harry, Hermione, Sirius, Remus, and Dumbledore stand around it. Basilisk venom, Dumbledore says. The most reliable method. He produces a vial, collected years ago. From the Chamber of Secrets, stand back, he uncorks the vial. Pours a single drop on the locket. The venom hisses. Smokes, the locket screams. A horrible sound. Like nails on glass. Like a child crying. Like Voldemort himself. Black smoke pours from it, writhes, then dissipates. The locket cracks, powerless, destroyed. 3 down, Sirius says. 3 to go, plus Harry, Hermione adds quietly. We'll handle that last, Dumbledore says. After the others. What's next? Harry asks. The cup. In the Lestrange vault. Then we go to Gringotts. November 15th, 1996. Gringotts Bank head goblin's office. Sirius sits across from Ragnarok. You wish to invoke blood rights against the Lestrange vault? I do. On what grounds? Bellatrix Lestrange is a confirmed Death Eater, convicted in absentia. She has used Black family connections to further her criminal activities. Under old laws, I have the right to inspect family vaults for illicit materials. Ragnarok's eyes narrow. The Lestranges are a separate family. She married into the Lestrange family, but black blood runs in her veins. Sirius produces a document, ancient, parchment yellowed with age. The Black Family Charter, signed in 1243. Article 7. Any family member engaged in activities bringing shame upon the house may have their assets seized by the Lord. Bellatrix has brought shame. She's a murderer, a terrorist, and she's using family resources to do it. Ragnarok reads the charter. His expression doesn't change. But he nods. The law is clear. You have the right. However, he looks up. The vault contains protections, curses, the Gemino curse. Touch anything, it multiplies and burns. Can you disable them? For a fee, and a percentage of any asset seized. How much? 20%. Sirius considers. 15. 18. Deal. They shake hands. Goblin and Wizard, bound by contract, November 20th, 1996, Gringotts Lestrange Vault. The cart descends, deep into Gringotts, past the regular vaults, into the ancient depths, where the oldest families keep their darkest secrets. The cart stops, a massive door, the Lestrange crest. Ragnarok places his hand on it, speaks in gobbledygook. The curses deactivate. Temporarily, the door opens. Inside, treasure, mountains of gold, artifacts, jewelry, magical items. And there, on a shelf, a small golden cup, 2 handles, a badger engraved on the side. Hufflepuff's cup. Sirius points. That's what we need. A goblin assistant levitates the cup, carefully places it in a containment box, enchanted, warded, safe. They leave the vault, the door seals behind them. Ragnok examines the cup. This is powerful magic, dark magic. What is it? Something that should have been destroyed long ago, Sirius says. We'll destroy it properly, with respect. Ragnok nods. See that you do. They ascend. Back to the surface, Sirius carries the containment box. Victory, November 21st, 1996, Hogwarts, Dumbledore's office, dawn. The cup sits on Dumbledore's desk. Same scene as before, same people, but the tension is higher. 4 Horcruxes destroyed, Dumbledore says. We're winning. How many left? Remus asks. 2 external, the diadem, and Nagini, Voldemort's snake, plus Harry. Everyone looks at Harry. He sits calmly, too calmly. I'm ready, he says. Whenever we need to do it. Not yet, Dumbledore says. The diadem first, then Nagini, then you. Why that order? Because Voldemort is tied to Nagini. He protects her, keeps her close. We can't kill her until we're ready to face him. And the diadem? Hidden. But I believe I know where. He looks at Harry. The room of requirement. Have you ever seen a lost diadem there? Harry thinks. No, but I've only used the room for DA meetings. I've never explored it. The room has many forms. One is a repository for lost things, items hidden over centuries. If Voldemort hid the diadem, it would be there. Then we search, Hermione says. Dumbledore opens the containment box. The cup gleams in the candlelight. He raises the vial of basilisk venom, pours. The same scream, the same smoke. The cup cracks. Destroyed. 4 down. We're close, Sirius says. So close. December 10th, 1996, room of requirement, the search. Harry paces the 7th floor corridor. 3 times, thinking, I need the place where everything is hidden. A door appears. He opens it, steps inside, and stops. The room is massive, endless, filled with junk, broken furniture, lost books, forgotten artifacts, centuries of students hiding things. Mountains of stuff. Hermione follows him in. This is impossible. We'll never find it. For hours. Through piles of debris. Old cauldrons, broken wands, tattered robes. Then Harry sees it. A stone bust, wearing a tarnished tiara. He approaches. Reads the inscription, Wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure. Ravenclaw's motto. Found it. That's it. That's the diadem. Harry reaches for it. Hermione grabs his hand. Wait, it could be cursed. Harry raises his wand. Incendio. The fire is shaped like a dragon, writhes, roars, consumes the diadem. The Horcrux screams, louder than the others. The fire spreads, too fast, out of control. Run, Hermione shouts. They sprint for the door. The flames chase them. Consuming everything, they burst out. Slam the door. The fire is contained. The room will restore itself, eventually. But the diadem is destroyed. 5 down, 2 to go. Harry and Hermione lean against the wall, gasping, covered in soot. That was close. Harry says, too close. But we did it. Yeah, we did. They sit in silence. The corridor is quiet, empty. Harry, Hermione says softly, yeah? After this is over. After Voldemort. What do you want? Harry thinks. Peace. Family. A life where I'm not hunted. You'll have it. I promise. What about you? The same, and maybe to make the world better. Change the laws. Protect Muggleborns. Make sure no one else goes through what we did. Harry smiles. You'll be Minister of Magic someday. Maybe. If I survive. You will. We both will. Together. Always. December 25th, 1996. Black Manor, Christmas. The manor is decorated. Wreaths on the doors. A massive tree in the entrance hall. Lights, ornaments, magic. Harry, Hermione, Sirius, and Remus sit around the fire. Gifts exchanged. Sirius gave Harry a new wand holster. Dragonhide. Enchanted. Fast draw. Harry gave Sirius a framed photo of the 2 of them. Taken this summer. Smiling. Alive. Together. Hermione gave Harry a book. Advanced Defensive Theory. Annotated in her handwriting, Harry gave Hermione a bracelet, silver, with protective runes. From the Black family vault, they eat dinner, roast turkey, all the trimmings, creature cooked. The house elf is warming to them. Slowly, after dinner, Sirius raises his glass, a toast, to family, to survival, to victory, to the Black Vanguard, Remus adds. They drink. Harry feels something he hasn't felt in years, contentment. This is home. This is family. This is worth fighting for. Hermione leans against him. Merry Christmas, Harry. Merry Christmas, Hermione. Outside, snow falls, silent, peaceful. For one night, the war seems far away. But they know. It's coming. The final battles. Nagini. Then Harry's Horcrux. Then Voldemort himself. But tonight, they rest. Tomorrow, they prepare. The Black Vanguard will be ready. January 5th, 1997, Hogwarts Dumbledore's office, War Council, maps spread across the desk, reports, intelligence, spy networks. The Order of the Phoenix has assembled. Sirius, Remus, Moody, Tonks, Kingsley, McGonagall, Harry and Hermione. Dumbledore presides. Voldemort is gathering his forces. The Death Eaters are regrouping. We've destroyed 5 Horcruxes. He doesn't know yet, but he will. When he does, he'll act. Fast, brutal. We need to be ready. Moody speaks, his magical eyes spinning. We've fortified Hogwarts, wards, patrols, defenses. But if he brings his full army, we can't hold forever. Then we don't wait for him to attack, Sirius says. We strike first. Where? Kingsley asks. Malfoy Manor, it's his headquarters, his base of operations. If we can take it, we cripple his infrastructure. McGonagall frowns. That's suicide. It's war, Sirius says. And we're going to win it. Narcissa Malfoy is Sirius's cousin. Perhaps an alliance? Sirius's expression hardens. Narcissa chose her side. But if she betrays us, she won't. She's a mother, and mothers will do anything to protect their children. Even turn against Voldemort. January 10th, 1997, Hogwarts corridor, confrontation. Harry walks toward potions, 6th year advanced class. Snape teaches it now, since he took over defense against the dark arts. A new potions professor replaced him, Horace Slughorn. But Snape still haunts the dungeons, still glares at Harry, still makes his displeasure known. Harry turns a corner. Snape is there, waiting. Potter? Professor? A word? They stand in the empty corridor. Snape's black robes billow despite no wind. Your godfather is teaching you dark magic. It's not a question. Gray magic, Harry corrects. There's a difference. Is there? Cutting hexes, blasting curses, blood magic shields. These are tools of dark wizards. They're tools of wizards who survive. Snape's lip curls. Your arrogance is boundless, just like your father. Don't talk about my father. Why not? He was a bully, an arrogant fool who died protecting his family, Harry snaps. Who stood against Voldemort when you were serving him? Snape's wand is at Harry's throat in an instant. Watch your tongue, boy. Harry doesn't flinch, doesn't move, just stares. Or what? You'll curse me? In the middle of Hogwarts, while Sirius Black sits on the Board of Governors, Snape's eyes narrow. Your godfather's position doesn't protect you. Actually, it does. Sirius's voice. He appears at the end of the corridor, walking slowly, deliberately. Severus. Lower your wand. He needs discipline. He needs to not be threatened by a professor who can't control his temper. Snape lowers his wand. Slowly. We're not finished, Potter. He sweeps away. Robes billowing. Sirius approaches Harry. You okay? Fine. He's always like that. I know, but it ends now. What do you mean? Board of Governors meeting next week. I'm filing a formal complaint. Snape's been teaching here for 15 years, abusing students, showing favoritism. It stops. Harry blinks. You can do that? I'm Lord Black. I can do a lot of things. Watch. January 17th, 1997, Hogwarts Board of Governors meeting. The meeting room is formal. Long table. 12 chairs. Board members in formal robes. Dumbledore at the head. Sirius sits 3 seats down. Other governors, old pureblood families, Ministry officials, wealthy donors. The next item, Dumbledore says, a complaint filed by Lord Black regarding Professor Severus Snape. All eyes turn to Sirius. He stands. Professor Snape has a documented history of bias against Gryffindor students. Specifically, he has targeted Harry Potter for years. Verbal abuse, unfair grading, public humiliation. As a board member and Harry's legal guardian, I demand accountability. One of the governors, a ministry official, speaks. Professor Snape is a valued member of staff. These are serious allegations. They're documented, Sirius says. I have testimony from multiple students, Hermione Granger, Neville Longbottom, others, all willing to testify under veritaserum if necessary. Veritaserum seems excessive, does it? When we're talking about a teacher threatening students with his wand? That happened 2 weeks ago, in the corridor. Witnessed. Dumbledore's expression is grave. Severus will be reprimanded, I assure you. Reprimanded, Sirius says. He's been reprimanded for years. Nothing changes. I'm calling for a formal review of his teaching methods. And if the review finds misconduct, termination. The room goes silent. Firing Snape. That's bold. Dumbledore speaks carefully. Severus is valuable. His role extends beyond teaching. He's a spy for the Order. Everyone knows it. No one says it. A spy can be replaced, Sirius says. An abused student can't. The vote is called, 8-4. In favor of the review. Snape will be monitored, evaluated. One more incident, he's gone. Sirius sits, satisfied. February 1st, 1997. Black Manor, secret meeting. Narcissa Malfoy sits in the Black Manor drawing room. Elegant, pale, nervous. Sirius across from her. They haven't spoken in years. Not since Sirius was imprisoned. Narcissa, Sirius says. Voice neutral. Sirius, she responds, equally neutral. Silence. Then she speaks. You wanted to meet. I'm here. What do you want? I want to know where you stand. With my family. Your family is serving a madman. Lucius made his choice. And you? Did you choose? Or were you forced? Narcissa's mask slips, just for a moment. What do you think? I think you're protecting Draco, like any mother would. She doesn't respond. Voldemort is going to lose. Sirius says. We've destroyed 5 of his Horcruxes. When we destroy the rest, he's mortal. And then we kill him. Narcissa goes pale. You can't. We can. We will. When that happens, every Death Eater will fall. Lucius, Bellatrix, all of them. But Draco doesn't have to. What are you proposing? Give us information. In exchange, Draco gets immunity, full pardon, clean record, protection. Narcissa's hands tremble. If Lucius finds out, he won't, unless you tell him. Long silence. Finally, what do you need to know? Sirius leans forward. Everything. February 14th, 1997, Room of Requirement Combat Training Evolution. The room has expanded. Now it looks like a battlefield. Ruins, cover, obstacles. 40 students, split into teams. Sirius stands on a raised platform. Today we simulate a Death Eater raid. Half of you are defenders, half are attackers. Defenders, protect the objective. He points to a glowing orb in the center. Prophecy sphere, fake but treat it as real. Attackers, retrieve it by any means necessary. Non-lethal spells only. But everything else is fair game. The students divide. Harry and Hermione lead the defenders. Neville, Ginny, Luna, Ron. Others, a group of Slytherins, lead the attackers. Surprisingly, Draco Malfoy is among them. He avoids Harry's eyes. Begin. The simulation. The attackers advance. Using cover, moving tactically. The defenders hold the center. Shields raised. Harry calls strategy. 3 teams. Hermione, take the left flank. Neville, the right. I'll hold center. They split. The attackers open fire. Stupefy. Petrificus totalis. Incarcerus. Spells fly. The defenders respond. Protego. Expelliarmus. Reducto. It's chaos. Beautiful chaos. Students using real tactics. Real coordination. Hermione's team flanks left. Catches 3 attackers by surprise. Stuns them. Neville's team pushes right. His Gryffindor courage on full display. He's not the scared boy anymore. He's a warrior. Harry holds the center. 4 attackers focus on him. including Draco. Draco fires. Stupefy. Harry blocks. Protego. Draco's wand flies. He's out, but the other three keep coming. Harry switches tactics. Uses wandless magic. Levitates a piece of rubble. Throws it. The attackers dodge. He fires while they're distracted. Stupefy. 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 3 hits. 3 down. The defenders win. Sirius calls time. Excellent work. That's how you defend a position. Attackers, you were too aggressive. Too direct. Defenders, well coordinated. But you nearly lost the left flank. He points to Draco. Malfoy, good spell work. But you telegraphed your attacks. Your wand movement is too wide. Tighten it. Draco nods, surprised to be getting genuine advice. After the session, Harry approaches him. You're getting better. Your godfather is a good teacher. Yeah, he is. Awkward silence. Potter, my mother, he stops. Can't say it. Harry understands. I know. You do. Sirius told me. You're making the right choice. Draco swallows. I hope so. He leaves. Harry watches him go. The lines are blurring, former enemies becoming allies. This is how they win. March 1st, 1997, Wizengamot Chamber, political maneuver, speaking as Lord Black. I propose the formation of a civilian defense force, trained volunteers, organized into local units, to defend communities when Death Eaters attack. The chamber murmurs. Some supportive, some skeptical. We already have aurors, one member says. We have 40 aurors, Sirius counters. For all of Britain. We need more. But untrained civilians are a liability. Then we train them properly. I'll fund the program myself. Black Family Gold. Instructors from the Order of the Phoenix. Curriculum based on military tactics. Communities defend themselves. The aurors focus on the worst threats. Amelia Bones speaks. Now Minister for Magic permanently. I support this proposal. We need every advantage. The vote is called. 31 to 19. It passes. The Civilian Defense Force is approved. Sirius has just created an army. March 15th, 1997. Great Hall announcement. Dumbledore stands at the podium. The students quiet. I have an announcement. The Ministry has approved a new initiative, trained volunteers to help defend against Death Eater attacks. Hogwarts will be hosting training sessions for adult volunteers, starting next month. Lord Black will be leading the effort. Applause. Not universal, but strong. Sirius stands, nods, sits back down. After the announcement, McGonagall approaches him. You're building an army. I'm building a defense. There's a difference? Not really. She almost smiles. Your family would be proud, in their own twisted way. I'm nothing like them. No, you're better. You're using their methods for good. That's the most dangerous kind of black. April 10th, 1997, Black Manor final preparations. The war room is fully operational now. Maps on every wall, reports, intelligence, spy networks. Narcissa's information has been invaluable. They know Voldemort's movements, his bases, his plans. They know he's hunting for the Horcruxes, trying to verify they're intact. He's growing paranoid. Good. Sirius briefs the core team. Harry, Hermione, Remus, Tonks, Moody, Kingsley. We have 2 objectives left. Nagini and Harry's Horcrux. We can't kill Nagini until we're ready to face Voldemort directly. She's always with him, heavily protected. So first, Harry. Everyone looks at Harry. He sits calmly. We have a plan, Hermione says. The Resurrection Stone. The theory, Harry dies momentarily. The Horcrux is expelled, but the stone keeps his soul anchored, prevents him from passing on. Then we revive him. Phoenix tears. Healing magic. That's a hell of a risk. It's the only way, Harry says. And I trust Hermione. When? Tonks asks. Soon. We're waiting for the right time, the right place. Somewhere safe. Heavily warded. The Chamber of Secrets, Hermione says, where we destroyed the diary. Full circle, Sirius nods. Then we do it there, next week. After that, we hunt Voldemort and Nagini, together, as the Black Vanguard. The meeting ends. People file out. Harry and Hermione remain. Sirius sits beside Harry. Are you scared? Harry considers. Yes, but I'm ready. You don't have to be. Yes, I do. It's the only way to end this. Sirius's jaw tightens. I almost lost you once. At the Department of Mysteries, if I lose you again, you won't. Hermione won't let that happen. Hermione speaks quietly. I've checked the calculations 17 times, consulted every text in the Black Library. It will work. It has to work. Sirius stands, walks to the window, looks out at the Scottish Highlands. When this is over, when Voldemort is dead. What do you want to do? Harry thinks. Teach at Hogwarts. Defense against the dark arts, show students they don't have to be afraid. Hermione smiles. You'd be brilliant at that. What about you? Ministry work. Reforming laws, protecting Muggleborns. Making sure this never happens again. Sirius turns back. You've both grown up so fast. Too fast. We had to, Harry says. I know, but I wish you didn't. So do I. But we did, and we're ready. Tomorrow we rest, then we prepare. The chamber, the ritual, the end of the Horcrux. And then we finish this war. April 11th, 1997, Hogwarts Dumbledore's office. Late night. Sirius sits across from Dumbledore. Just the two of them, Fawkes asleep on his perch. You're worried, Dumbledore says. Of course I'm worried. We're about to stop Harry's heart. Only for a moment. A moment is all it takes. One mistake, one miscalculation. Hermione has prepared meticulously. She's 16, Albus. Brilliant, but 16. She's the brightest witch of her age, perhaps of several ages. And if she's wrong, Dumbledore is silent for a long moment. Then we lose. But if we don't try, we've already lost. The Horcrux in Harry connects him to Voldemort. As long as it exists, Voldemort can manipulate him, plant visions, control him. We must remove it. Sirius rubs his face. I know, he's like my son, Albus. I know. I failed him once, got myself imprisoned, left him with those muggles. You didn't fail. You were betrayed. Doesn't matter. He suffered because I wasn't there. And now you are, that's what matters. Sirius looks up. Do you think we'll win? I think we have a chance. A real chance? Because of the Horcruxes? Because of you, Harry, Hermione, the Vanguard. You've built something remarkable, Sirius. Not just an army, a movement, hope. People believe again. They fight back. That's how we win. Not with power, with unity. Sirius stands. Then let's make sure we don't waste it. Next week, the chamber. We remove the Horcrux. We save Harry. And then we end Voldemort. Forever. April 15th, 1997, Chamber of Secrets. Preparation, the Chamber of Secrets. Preparation, the stone serpent statues line the walls. Salazar Slytherin's face carved into the far wall. In the center, a ritual circle, carved into the floor. Ancient runes, blood magic, soul magic, everything Hermione learned from the Black Library. She checks the circle, again and again. Harry watches her. It's perfect, Hermione. It's been perfect for 3 days. I need it to be more than perfect. Sirius approaches. Everything is ready. Dumbledore is bringing the resurrection stone. Fawkes will provide the tears for revival. Remus is standing guard outside. We're as ready as we'll ever be. Hermione stands. Her hands are shaking. Harry takes them. Hey, look at me. She does. I trust you. Completely. You're going to save me. I have to. You will. Dumbledore enters, carrying a small box inside the resurrection stone. Cracked. Damaged, but still functional. The ritual must be performed at midnight, Dumbledore says. The veil between life and death is thinnest. Harry will lie in the center of the circle. Hermione will anchor his soul using the stone. I will administer the poison that stops his heart, and Fawkes will provide the tears to revive him. The Horcrux should be expelled when his heart stops. We'll destroy it immediately with basilisk venom. Everyone understands their role? They nod. Then we wait for midnight. The ritual circle glows. Ancient runes pulsing with power. Harry lies in the center. On his back, eyes closed, breathing steady. Hermione kneels at his head, the resurrection stone in her hands. Cracked, dark, but warm to the touch. Sirius stands to the left, wand raised, face grim, Dumbledore to the right. A vial in his hand, poison. Fawkes perches on Slytherin's statue, watching, Waiting, it's time, Dumbledore says. Hermione's hands shake. I can do this. I can do this. Looks up at her. I know you can. She nods, focuses, grips the resurrection stone, feels its power. The connection to death itself. Dumbledore administers the poison. 3 drops on Harry's tongue. This will stop your heart. Slowly, painlessly. When it does, the Horcrux should be expelled. Hermione will hold your soul here, keep you anchored. Then Fawkes will revive you. Harry swallows. The poison burns. Cold, spreading through his chest. His heartbeat slows. Hermione activates the stone. Whispers the incantation from the Black Library. Animam tene, animam serva, non permittis iam abire. Hold the soul, preserve the soul, do not let it depart. The stone glows, white light. It connects to Harry, a visible thread, silver, ethereal, binding his soul to the living world. Harry's heartbeat slows more. His breathing becomes shallow. Sirius watches, every muscle tense, ready to intervene if something goes wrong. Harry's heart stops. Flatline. His eyes go glassy. For a moment, nothing happens. Then, black smoke pours from his scar. Thick, writhing, screaming. Voldemort's fragment, ripped from Harry's soul. It takes shape, a twisted face, snake-like furious. You cannot destroy me, it screams. Dumbledore raises a vial of basilisk venom, throws it at the smoke. The venom passes through, strikes the floor, the smoke shrinks, writhes, screams, then dissipates. Gone. 6 Horcruxes destroyed. Only Nagini remains. But Harry is still dead. Hermione grips the stone tighter. Come back. Harry, come back. The silver thread holds. His soul is here, anchored. But his body isn't responding. Fawkes launches from the statue, flies to Harry, lands on his chest, cries, phoenix tears fall. Into Harry's mouth, down his throat. The tears glow. Golden, Harry's chest rises. Once. His heart beats. Once. Again. Again. His eyes flutter. He gasps, air flooding his lungs. Hermione drops the stone, pulls him into her arms. You're okay. You're okay. Weak, disoriented, but alive. Did it work? It worked, Dumbledore says, voice thick with relief. The Horcrux is gone. Sirius kneels beside them, puts a hand on Harry's shoulder. You scared the hell out of me. Sorry. Don't be sorry. Just don't die again. I'll try. They sit in silence, the ritual circle fading. The rune's going dark. Harry touches his scar. It's still there, but it feels empty. Quiet. For the first time in his life, there's no presence behind it. No connection to Voldemort. He's free. April 16th, 1997. Hogwarts Hospital Wing. Recovery. Harry wakes in a hospital bed. Madame Pomfrey bustling around. You're awake. Good. Drink this. She hands him a potion. Pepper up. He drinks. Warmth spreads through him. Strength returning. Hermione sits in the chair beside his bed. She hasn't left. How long was I out? 12 hours. How do you feel? Harry considers. Light, like something heavy is gone. The Horcrux. Now we just need to deal with Nagini and Voldemort. Rest first, then we plan. The door opens. Sirius enters. Behind him, the core team. Remus, Tonks, Moody, Kingsley, War Council. Sirius says, as soon as you're ready. I'm ready now. Madame Pomfrey objects. Absolutely not. He needs at least another day. We don't have another day. Moody growls. Voldemort knows something is wrong. He's checking his Horcruxes. How do you know? Snape. He's still spying. Voldemort is paranoid, suspicious. When he realizes they're destroyed, he'll go into hiding, or he'll attack. Sirius says, everything, everyone, all at once. Harry sits up. Then we strike first. April 17th, 1997, Black Manor, War Room, Strategy Session. The map table is active. Magical markers showing Death Eater locations. Malfoy Manor, marked in red, Voldemort's current base. Sirius points. Narcissa confirms Voldemort is here, with Nagini. The rest of his inner circle, Bellatrix, Dolohov, Rookwood, Yaxley, about 20 Death Eaters total. He's fortified, warded, paranoid. How do we get in? Tonks asks. We don't break in. We're invited. Draco, Hermione says. He invites us. Exactly. Narcissa arranged it. Draco will claim he's captured Potter, wants to bring him to the Dark Lord. He wants Harry too badly. That's suicide, Moody says flatly. It's strategy, Sirius counters. Harry goes in, appears captured. He's bait. The rest of us infiltrate while Voldemort is distracted. We kill Nagini, then we kill Voldemort. Remus frowns. The wards, Narcissa will lower them from inside. If she's caught, she won't be. She's a Black. She knows how to lie. Dumbledore speaks. He's been silent until now. This plan is dangerous, but it may be our only chance. Mortal, paranoid. If we wait, he'll disappear, go into hiding. We'll spend years hunting him. Better to end it now. When? Kingsley asks. Tonight, Sirius says. Silence. Tonight, Tonks exclaims. Voldemort is checking his Horcruxes. He doesn't know they're destroyed yet. But he will soon. We have a 12-hour window. Maybe less. Harry stands. I'm going. No arguments. Sirius doesn't argue. He knows better. Hermione and I go with Harry, the Vanguard. The rest of you, support team. Secure the perimeter. Stop anyone from escaping. Understood. They nod. Then we prepare. April 17th, 1997. Malfoy Manor, 10 p.m. The manor looms. Dark, gothic, oppressive. Wrought iron gates, peacocks on the lawn, Death Eaters at the entrance. Draco Malfoy approaches, Harry between him and two Death Eaters, hands bound, wand confiscated. But it's all theater. The bindings are loose. Harry's spare wand is hidden in his boot. I've captured Potter, Draco announces. The Dark Lord will want to see him. The Death Eaters stare. You? Captured Potter? Yes. He was alone. Vulnerable. I stunned him. Interest gaze. Likely story. The Dark Lord will verify this. They're escorted inside. The entrance hall is vast. Marble floors. Crystal chandeliers. Dark paintings. And there, sitting on a throne-like chair, Lord Voldemort. Pale, serpentine, red eyes burning. Nagini coiled at his feet. The massive snake hisses. Voldemort stands. Harry Potter at last. His voice is high, cold, triumphant. Draco, you have done well. Draco bows. My lord, Voldemort approaches Harry, studies him. The boy who lived, the thorn in my side. You've destroyed something of mine, haven't you? Harry doesn't respond. Voldemort's eyes narrow. My Horcruxes. You've been hunting them. How many have you destroyed? Still silence. Voldemort raises his wand. Crucio. Pain. Blinding. Overwhelming. Harry's body convulses, but he doesn't scream. Won't give Voldemort the satisfaction. The curse lifts. Voldemort circles him, brave, like your father. Foolish, also like your father. Where is Dumbledore? Where is Black? Harry smiles through the pain. Closer than you think. Check the wards. Now. Too late. The windows explode. Glass everywhere. The Order of the Phoenix floods in. Sirius, Remus, Tonks, Moody, Kingsley. 20 more behind them. The wards are down. Narcissa's doing. Traitors, Voldemort screams. The battle begins. The Battle of Malfoy Manor. Spells fly. Curses, hexes, shields. The entrance hall becomes a war zone. Harry breaks his bindings, grabs his spare wand from his boot, fires immediately. Stupefy. Yaxley goes down. Hermione appears beside him. She was hidden in the chaos. Invisibility cloak. You okay? Fine. Where's Sirius? Dueling Bellatrix. They turn. Sirius and Bellatrix face off across the hall. Cousins. Enemies. Two sides of the Black family legacy. Blood traitor, Bellatrix shrieks. Her voice manic. Eyes wild. You were supposed to die at the ministry? Sorry to disappoint Bella, Sirius fires. Reducto. The curse blasts toward her. Bellatrix blocks, laughing. Little cousin, you were always weak, just like your pathetic mother. My mother was cruel, yours was worse. He fires again. Confringo. Avada Kedavra, green light streaks toward Sirius. He rolls. The curse hits a chandelier. It crashes down. Crystal everywhere. Hermione joins the fight. Confringo. The blasting curse forces Bellatrix back. Now she faces two opponents. Her smile widens. 2 against 1? How very Gryffindor. She casts rapidly dark curses Harry has never seen. Purple flames, black lightning, screaming hexes, advanced dark arts Hermione blocks with the Black family shield. Sanguis meus, scutum meum. Barely, Bellatrix is powerful, more powerful than they expected. Sirius attacks from the side. Diffindo fires before they can react. Crucio, Harry dives in front of Hermione, takes the curse. Pain explodes through him, every nerve on fire. He falls, screaming. Can't help it, Bellatrix laughs. The boy who lived. The boy who screams! Hermione's fury erupts. She casts with pure rage. Confringo Maxima! An amplified blasting curse, taught by Sirius. Dangerous, powerful. It strikes Bellatrix square in the chest. She flies backward, hits the wall, cracks it, falls. Unconscious, the curse on Harry breaks. He gasps, shaking. Hermione helps him up. You okay? Been better. But I'll live. Sirius approaches Bellatrix, binds her with magical ropes. 1 down. Meanwhile, across the hall, Voldemort duels Dumbledore. The power is immense, shaking the entire manor. Walls crack, windows shatter, paintings fall. You cannot defeat me, Albus, Voldemort shrieks. I am immortal. No. Dumbledore says calmly, you are mortal now. The Horcruxes are destroyed. Voldemort's expression flickers. Fear. Raw. Undeniable. Impossible. They were hidden. Protected. We found them. All of them. Voldemort's rage intensifies. He fires 3 killing curses simultaneously. Dumbledore conjures a shield of solid silver. The curses ricochet. Hit Death Eaters instead. More friendly fire. The battle continues around them. Remus duels Dolohov. Tonks fights Rookwood. Moody takes on 3 Death Eaters at once. Winning, Kingsley coordinates the Aurors, securing exits, capturing fleeing Death Eaters. The tide has turned. The Order is winning. Then Harry sees it. Nagini, slithering toward a side corridor. Escaping. The snake, he shouts. Hermione sees it too. Go! I'll cover you. Harry runs, chasing Nagini through the manor, down dark corridors, through abandoned rooms. The snake is fast, massive, dangerous. Harry corners her in the ballroom. The room is vast, empty, moonlight streaming through tall windows. Nagini coils, ready to strike. Harry raises his wand. Confringo, fangs bared, venom dripping. Harry rolls. The fangs miss by inches. He fires again. Diffindo. The cutting hex grazes the snake's body. She screams, hisses, writhes, blood on her scales. But she's not dead. Not yet. She strikes again. Harry blocks with a conjured shield. Protego. But Nagini's strength is immense. The shield cracks. Harry is thrown back. Hits the wall. Gasps. Nagi advances, slowly, savoring the kill. Harry's wand is across the room, knocked from his hand. He's defenseless. Then, a sword appears, through Nagini's body, pinning her to the marble floor. The sword of Gryffindor, shining, goblin-forged. Deadly Neville Longbottom stands there, gripping the hilt. Sorry, Harry. Couldn't let you have all the fun. Harry laughs, relief flooding through him. Neville, how did you... Dumbledore gave me the sword, said I'd know when to use it. He pulls the blade out, wipes it clean. Nagini's body goes still, dead. The final Horcrux, destroyed. From the entrance hall, a scream. Voldemort. He felt it. The last piece of his soul. Gone. Harry and Neville run back. The final confrontation extended. Voldemort stands in the center of the ruined entrance hall. Around him, destruction. Death Eaters defeated. Bellatrix unconscious. Dolohov stunned. Rookwood bound. The others fled or captured. Only Voldemort remains, facing Dumbledore, Sirius, Harry, Hermione, Remus, Tonks, Moody, Kingsley, the entire Order. But Voldemort's eyes focus on 4, the Trinity, and Dumbledore says, voice shaking with rage and fear, all of them. We did, Harry says. Steps forward, the diary, the ring, the locket, the cup, the diadem, Nagini. 6 Horcruxes, all gone. And the 7th? Voldemort demands. Where is the 7th? There is no seventh, Hermione says. The piece in Harry was removed, destroyed. You're mortal now, just a man. Voldemort's facade cracks. For the first time, he looks afraid. Truly afraid. I am Lord Voldemort, I am the greatest. You're a coward, Sirius interrupts. A coward who couldn't accept death, who murdered innocent people to cling to life, who terrorized children because you were afraid. But now you face the consequences. His hand trembles. I will kill you all, he fires. Not one curse. Four killing curses, green light everywhere. Aimed at Dumbledore. Sirius, Harry, Hermione, all at once. Maximum power, desperation. But Sirius is ready. He steps forward, between his family and death. Sanguis meus, scutum meum. The Black family shield erupts. Not the small shield from training, this is massive. Silver black light, ancient magic, blood magic. It expands. Covers everyone, the 4 killing curses strike it, and stop, frozen in midair. Trapped in the shield, Voldemort's eyes go wide. Impossible, Sirius grits his teeth. The strain is immense, holding 4 killing curses. But he doesn't break. Won't break. Now, he shouts. The Order attacks. Dumbledore fires. Expelliarmus. Harry fires. Confringo. Remus fires. Petrificus totalis. Tonks fires. Incarcerus. Moody fires. Reducto. Kingsley fires. Bombarda. 7 spells. From 7 wands. Converging on Voldemort. He can't block them all. Without his Horcruxes, he's mortal. Vulnerable, the Expelliarmus hits first. His wand flies from his hand. Across the hall. Gone. The stunning spell hits second. He staggers. Falls to one knee. The blasting curse hits third. He falls completely. The body bind hits fourth. He freezes. Can't move. The binding ropes hit fifth. Wrap around him. Tight. The reductor curse hits sixth. The floor beneath him cracks. The bombarda hits seventh. The explosion throws him backward, into the wall. He crashes down. Broken, defeated, Voldemort lies on the marble floor. Wandless, powerless, mortal, bleeding, Harry approaches slowly. Stands over the Dark Lord. The monster who killed his parents, who terrorized the wizarding world for decades, who made Harry's life a nightmare, now just a broken old man. It's over, Harry says quietly. Voldemort laughs. Weak, bitter, mad. You think you've won? I will return. I always return. Not this time, Hermione says. Steps beside Harry. No Horcruxes, no anchor. You're just a man now, and men die. Voldemort tries to speak, but Dumbledore raises his wand. Tom Riddle, for all those you've killed, for all the darkness you've spread, this ends. Avada Kedavra. Green light. Final. Absolute. It strikes Voldemort's chest. His eyes go blank. His body goes still. The Dark Lord is dead. Truly. Finally. Forever. Silence. The entire hall holds its breath. Then, someone starts clapping. Slowly. Kingsley. Others join. Applause builds. Becomes thunderous. The Order. The Aurors. The civilian defense force members who stormed in. Everyone celebrating victory. Outside, more cheers. The word spreads. Voldemort is dead. The war is over. Harry collapses, exhausted, bleeding from a dozen small wounds, but alive. Hermione catches him. We did it. His shield finally dropped. He's shaking from the exertion. The Black Vanguard. You ended a war. Harry looks up at him. We all did. Together. As a family. You held 4 killing curses. I've never seen anything like that, Black family magic, Sirius says. Designed to protect, to defend. I told you, my ancestors were dark, but they weren't stupid. They knew how to survive. And now we use their knowledge for good. The Aurors secure the captured Death Eaters. Bellatrix, Dolohov, Rookwood, Yaxley, others, all bound. All heading to trial, real trials this time, with evidence, witnesses. Justice Dumbledore approaches Sirius. You saved us all without that shield. I couldn't let him kill my family, Sirius says simply. Harry, Hermione, you, Remus. You're all I have. And I'll protect you, always. May 2nd, 1997, Hogwarts Memorial Service. The Great Hall is packed. Students, faculty, ministry officials, families, mourning the fallen. 17 casualties from the Battle of Malfoy Manor. 3 Aurors, 6 Civilian Defense Force volunteers. Heroes all. Their names read aloud, one by one. People weep, remembering loved ones lost. Dumbledore speaks, we gather to mourn, to remember, and to celebrate. These brave souls gave their lives so that we might live free. They charged into battle, knowing they might not return. They fought anyway, because they believed in something greater than themselves. Freedom, justice, love. They will not be forgotten. A monument is unveiled in the courtyard. Marble, elegant, powerful. 17 names engraved in gold. In memory of those who fell, May 1997. Below that, they fought so we might live free. Harry stands before it, reading the names. Some he knew well, some he barely met. All heroes, Hermione beside him. Sirius behind them. They should be here, Harry says quietly. They should be celebrating with us, in our hearts. We honor them by living, by making their sacrifice mean something. Sirius speaks, voice rough with emotion. I've lost too many people. James, Lily, these 17, so many others over the years. But I'm still here, still fighting, and I'll make damn sure their deaths weren't in vain. We're going to build the world they died for. A better world, a free world, starting now. May 10th, 1997, Hogwarts private moment. Sirius stands in the shrieking shack, where the Marauders used to hide during Remus's transformations. Where everything started, he's not alone. A portrait of Lily Potter. Green eyes, red hair, beautiful smile. Hello, Sirius, the portrait says. Lily. I tried, almost failed. But you didn't. You survived the ministry, trained him, ended Voldemort. James would be proud. Sirius's throat tightens. I miss him every day. I know. I miss him too. And I miss watching Harry grow up. He's so much like James, brave, loyal, reckless. But he has your heart, Lily says. Kind, protective, loving. He's a good man, better than I deserve. No, he's exactly what you deserve. A son to be proud of. You are his father, in every way that matters. James gave him life. You gave him a future. Sirius wipes his eyes. Thank you for that memory. The night before they died, you told me to protect him, to be there when you couldn't. I failed for 12 years, but I'm making up for it now. I know, and I'm grateful. The portrait starts to fade, Dumbledore's spell ending. Wait, Sirius says. I'll always be watching. Lily says. Both of you, be happy, Sirius. You've earned it. She disappears. Sirius stands alone, but lighter. At peace, June 1997, Wizengamot Chamber reforms. Sirius stands before the Wizengamot, addressing them as Lord Black. The chamber is packed, every seat filled. The war is over. Voldemort is dead, the Death Eaters defeated, but the conditions that allowed him to rise remain. Blood purity, discrimination, oppression. We must address them. Or, in 20 years, another Dark Lord will rise, and we'll fight this war again. He presents legislation, bill after bill, each one carefully researched. Written with Hermione's help, the Muggle-Born Protection Act guarantees equal rights under magical law. No more mudblood, no more second-class citizenship, full equality. Some members object. Old, pure bloods. This undermines tradition. Tradition? Sirius interrupts. Is tradition worth another war? Is tradition worth more dead children? How many more will die for your tradition? The objectors go quiet. The vote passes, 42-8. The Creature Rights Charter extends legal protections to werewolves, house elves, centaurs, goblins, and all magical beings. They fought beside us. They died beside us. They deserve rights. This one is harder, more opposition, but it passes, 35-15. Progress. The Education Accessibility Act, free Hogwarts tuition for all students, wand subsidies for those who can't afford them. No child denied magic because of poverty. 45-5. Everyone supports education. The Azkaban Reform Bill ends Dementor use immediately. This is controversial. Dementors have guarded Azkaban for centuries, but the vote passes. 38-12. The tide has turned. People want change. Bill by bill, the wizarding world transforms. Hermione watches from the gallery. Beside her, Harry, Remus, Tonks. He's doing it, Hermione whispers. He's actually transforming society. That's serious, Harry says. Pride in his voice, he doesn't do anything halfway. After the session, reporters swarm. Lord Black, how does it feel to pass historic legislation? It feels like we're finally honoring those who died. Are you considering running for minister? No. Amelia Bones is doing an excellent job. I'm a warrior, a guardian, not a politician. What's next for House Black? Sirius smiles. Redemption, the Black name, has been synonymous with darkness for centuries. I'm changing that, making it mean protection, justice. Hope. My ancestors would hate it. Good. September 1st, 1997. Hogwarts Express returned to school. Harry and Hermione board the train. 7th year, final year, Newt's ahead. Career decisions, adult life approaching. But for now, just students. They find a compartment. Ron joins them, then Neville, Ginny, Luna, friends, survivors, warriors. Can you believe it, Ron says? Actually going back for normal classes. No Dark Lords, no secret missions, just exams. I'm looking forward to it, Hermione says, already pulling out textbooks. We missed so much practical work during the war. I have a lot of catching up to do. Everyone stares. Hermione, Harry says, you're the top student. I could still be better. They laugh. Some things never change. Neville speaks. Professor Sprout asked me to be her teaching assistant this year. Herbology. That's brilliant, Hermione says. Yeah, I'm thinking, maybe I'll teach after graduation. Stay at Hogwarts, help students who struggle like I did. You'd be amazing, Harry says. What about you? Still planning on Auror training? Yeah, Moody already guaranteed me a spot. And you? Neville asks Hermione. Ministry, Department of Magical Law Enforcement. Working on reform, making sure the new laws actually get enforced. Then running for minister in 20 years? Ron jokes. Hermione smiles. Maybe. They arrive at Hogwarts. The castle gleams in the evening light. Torches burning, windows glowing, home. The war is over. The future is theirs. June 1998, Hogwarts graduation. The ceremony is held outside, by the Black Lake, under a perfect blue sky. Hundreds of students, families watching from conjured stands. Dumbledore presides. Older now, tired, but proud. Today we celebrate the class of 1998. They have endured more than any class before them. War, loss, sacrifice. But they survived, they persevered, they triumphed. They are not just graduates. They are heroes. And they are the future of our world. Names are called one by one. Students walk across the stage, shake hands, receive diplomas. Harry James Potter, thunderous applause, not just from Gryffindor, from everyone. Harry walks across the stage, sees Sirius in the front row, standing, clapping, tears streaming down his face. Proud, so proud, Harry accepts his diploma from Dumbledore. Well done, Harry. Your parents would be proud. Thank you, Professor. Hermione Jean Granger. More applause. Hermione walks across, top of the class, perfect newts in every subject. She accepts her diploma, sees her parents in the crowd. They came. Despite the danger, despite everything. They came to see their daughter graduate. The ceremony ends. Students throw their hats, cheering, celebrating. Harry and Hermione stand by the lake, watching the sunset. What now? Harry asks. Now we build the world we fought for, Hermione says. Together, always together. They kiss. The sun sets behind them. Orange and gold. Beautiful. Perfect. The war is memory. The future is beginning. Epilogue. 19 years later, September 1st, 2017, platform 9 3/4. Families saying goodbye, students boarding the Hogwarts Express, steam hissing, owls hooting, magic everywhere. But subtle. Hidden from Muggle eyes, Harry Potter stands near the barrier. 37 years old, head Auror, the youngest in history. His scar is still visible, but faded. Silver, quiet, empty. Beside him, Hermione, Minister of Magic, elected at 28, re-elected twice, transforming the wizarding world. Their children stand nearby. James Sirius Potter, 13. Gryffindor, 3rd year. Nervous. Lily Luna Potter, 9. Too young for Hogwarts. Impatient. Ready? Harry asks Albus. Albus nods, but his hands shake. What if I'm sorted into Slytherin? Eye level with his son, then Slytherin will have gained a brilliant, brave student. But you and Mum were Gryffindor. But the house doesn't define you. Your choices do. Albus Severus, you were named for 2 headmasters of Hogwarts. One was a Slytherin. He was the bravest man I ever knew. If you're sorted into Slytherin, we'll be just as proud. Albus smiles, relieved. Hermione hugs him. You're going to do amazing things. In whatever house, we love you. Albus boards the train, finds a compartment with James. Waves from the window. The train whistle blows. Steam erupts. The express begins to move. Slowly at first, then faster. Harry and Hermione wave until it disappears around the bend. Then turn, an old man approaches. Gray hair, walking stick, but standing straight, proud. Sirius Black, 57 years old, retired from active Wizengamot service 2 years ago. But still mentoring young Aurors, still teaching combat training, still fighting in his own way. He'll be fine, Sirius says. He's got Potter courage and Granger brains. Unbeatable combination. Thanks to you for teaching us, training us, for being the father I needed. Sirius's eyes glisten. James was your father. I just tried to honor his memory. You did more than that. You saved my life. Multiple times, and you saved mine first, at the ministry. Father and son. Not by blood, but by choice. Hermione joins them. Dinner next week, at the Manor. We'll be there, Harry says. Sirius nods. Good. I'm cooking. Well, Creature is. But I'm supervising. They laugh. Sirius leaves through the barrier, back to the Muggle world, where he maintains a flat in London. Near Harry and Hermione Disapparet, home, where Lily waits, where their life continues. Peaceful, normal, beautiful. Black Manor, that evening Sirius sits in his study, surrounded by memories, portraits of the Marauders, photos of Harry growing up, the Black family tree, restored. His name no longer burned away. Lord Sirius Black, 1959. The death date still blank. Still living, still here. A letter arrives by owl, from Harry. He opens it. Sirius, just wanted to say thank you, again, for everything, for surviving when you should have died, for training me when I was lost, for being my father when I needed one most. I love you. Harry Sirius sets the letter down carefully. Beside all the others Harry has written over the years, he looks at the portrait of James, his best friend, dead for nearly 20 years. I kept my promise, Prongs, he says quietly. I protected him, trained him, loved him. He's a good man, a great man. You'd be so proud. The portrait of James smiles. I know you are. Sirius stands. Walks to the window, looks out at the Scottish Highlands. The Black Vanguard, started as a desperate plan, became a movement, changed the world. He's not done yet. There's still work to do. Still injustice to fight. Still people to protect. But tonight he rests, knowing he succeeded, knowing he made a difference. The man who never died. The Lord who returned. The godfather who became a father. Sirius Black, forever. The end. Final word count. The Black Vanguard complete. Part 1, 6,380 words. Divergence, Trial, Black Manor. Training. Part 2, 6,310 words. Year 6, Horcrux Hunt. Political Power, Part 3, 6,056 words. Scar Exorcism, Final Battle. Epilogue. Who survived the Veil? Who reclaimed his house? Who transformed a legacy of darkness into light? The Black Vanguard stands eternal. May 2nd, 1997, Hogwarts Memorial Service. The Great Hall is packed. Students, faculty, ministry officials, families. They gather to honor the fallen. 17 casualties from the Battle of Malfoy Manor, 3 Aurors, 6 Order members, 8 Civilian Defense Force volunteers. Heroes all. Dumbledore speaks. We gather to mourn, to remember, and to celebrate. These brave souls gave their lives so that we might live free. They will not be forgotten. A monument is unveiled. In the courtyard. Marble. Elegant. Powerful. 17 names engraved. In memory of those who fell. Harry stands before it. Hermione beside him. Sirius behind them. They should be here. Harry says quietly. They should be celebrating with us. In our hearts, we honor them by living, by making their sacrifice mean something. Sirius puts a hand on Harry's shoulder. You've done that already. You ended Voldemort. Freed the wizarding world. They'd be proud. The service ends. People file out, returning to their lives, to rebuilding. The war is over. Now comes the peace. June 1997 Wizengamot Chamber reforms. Sirius stands before the Wizengamot, addressing them as Lord Black. The war is over. Voldemort is dead. The Death Eaters defeated. But the conditions that allowed him to rise remain. Fear. We must address them, or history will repeat. He presents legislation. Bill after bill. The Muggle-Born Protection Act guarantees equal rights under law. The Creature Rights Charter extends protections to werewolves, house elves, centaurs. The Education Accessibility Act, free Hogwarts tuition for all students. The Azkaban Reform Bill ends Dementor use, establishes humane imprisonment. The Chamber debates. Some resist, old pure-blood families clinging to tradition. But the majority votes in favor. The war changed everything. People want a better world. Bill by bill, the laws pass. Hermione watches from the gallery, proud. He's transforming the world, she whispers to Harry. We all are, Harry says. This is just the beginning. September 1st, 1997, Hogwarts Express, return to school. Harry and Hermione board the train. 7th year, final year. The war is behind them. Now, NEWT's Quidditch, ordinary student life. It feels strange, normal. They find a compartment. Ron joins them. Then Neville, Ginny, Luna. Friends. Survivors. Can you believe it, Ron says. Actually going back for normal classes. Feels weird, Neville agrees. I'm looking forward to it, Hermione says. No Death Eaters, no Horcruxes, just exams. Harry smiles. Just exams. I can handle that. The train departs, rolling north, toward Hogwarts, toward home. The war is over. The future is theirs. June 1998, Hogwarts graduation. The ceremony is held outside, by the lake. Hundreds of students, families watching. Dumbledore presides. Today we celebrate the class of 1998. They have endured more than any class before them. War, loss, fear. But they survived. They persevered. They are the future of our world. Names are called. One by one, students walk across the stage, receive their diplomas. Harry James Potter. Harry stands. Applause. Not polite. Thunderous. He walks across the stage, shakes Dumbledore's hand, accepts his diploma, sees Sirius in the crowd. Clapping. Proud. Hermione Jean Granger. More applause. She walks across, accepts her diploma. Top of the class, as always. The ceremony ends. Students throw their hats. Celebrating, Harry and Hermione stand by the lake, watching the sunset. What now? Harry asks. Auror training for you? Hermione guesses. Yeah, Moody already offered me a spot. Department of Magical Law Enforcement. Amelia Bones wants to mentor me. We're really doing this. Building careers, building lives. Together? Hermione smiles. Always together, they kiss. The sun sets behind them, orange and gold. Beautiful. Perfect. The war is over. The future begins. Epilogue. 19 years later. September 1st, 2017, Platform 9 3/4. The platform is crowded. Families saying goodbye. Students boarding the Hogwarts Express. Harry Potter stands near the barrier. 37 years old. Head Auror now, scar still visible on his forehead, but faded, silver, quiet. Beside him, Hermione, Minister of Magic, the youngest in history, elected at 28, re-elected twice. Their children stand nearby. James Sirius Potter, 13, Gryffindor Albus Severus Potter, 11, first year. Lily Luna Potter, 9, too young for Hogwarts yet. Ready? Harry asks Albus. Albus nods, nervous but excited. What if I'm sorted into Slytherin? But you and Mum were Gryffindor. We were. But that doesn't matter. What matters is who you are, and who you choose to be. Hermione kneels. Eye level with Albus. You're going to do great things, in whatever house. We're proud of you already. Albus smiles, boards the train. Waves from the window, the train departs. Harry and Hermione watch until it disappears. Then turn. An old man approaches, gray hair, walking with a cane. But his eyes are bright, sharp. Sirius Black, 57 years old. Retired from active service, but still serves on the Wizengamot, still mentors young Aurors. He'll be fine, Sirius says. He's got good blood. Harry smiles. Thanks to you, back to the Muggle world, where they've built lives, families, peace. Do you ever miss it? Sirius asks. The war, the fighting? No, Harry says. I miss the people we lost, but not the war. Good, because we won. And what we built is worth protecting. The world is better now. Because of the Black Vanguard, Hermione speaks. Because we stood together, refused to give up. Because one man survived when he shouldn't have. She looks at Sirius. Thank you for living, for fighting, for being family. Sirius's eyes glisten. Thank you for saving me. That night at the Ministry, if Harry hadn't cast that shield, but he did, Hermione says. Love saved you, and you saved us all. They stand together, 3 people who changed the world. The boy who lived, the brightest witch, the Lord who returned, the Black Vanguard. Around them, normal life, people rushing, children playing. No one recognizes them here, they're just a family. And that's perfect. Same time next week, Sirius asks. Dinner at the Manor? We'll be there, Harry says. They part. Harry and Hermione disappear. Back to their home, where Lily waits, where life continues. Peaceful, normal, beautiful. The war is a memory. The future is bright. And the Black Vanguard's legacy lives on, in the laws they changed, the lives they saved, the world they built. 26 years after the battle, Sirius Black stands in his study at Black Manor, older now, slower, but still sharp, still fighting, just with laws instead of wands. A letter arrives. From Harry, he opens it. Sirius, Albus was sorted into Slytherin. He was terrified to tell us. I told him what you taught me. The house doesn't matter. The choices do. He's thriving. Top of his year in defense, just like his grandfather would be proud of. Thank you for everything, for surviving, for teaching me, for being the father I needed. Love, Harry. Sirius sets the letter down, wipes his eyes. He lived. Against all odds, survived the Veil, survived the war, and in surviving, he changed everything. Saved Harry, ended Voldemort, transformed the Black name from a symbol of darkness to a symbol of hope. The Black Vanguard. Not just a team, a legacy. He looks at the portrait on the wall, his family tree. Updated now, his name no longer burned off, restored. Lord Sirius Black, 1959. The date of death still blank, still living, still fighting. He smiles. I'm not done yet, he says to the portrait, to his ancestors, to himself. Not even close. Outside, the sun sets over the Scottish Highlands, golden lights spreading across Black Manor. Peaceful, beautiful, home. The war is over. The Vanguard stands eternal. And Sirius Black, the man who never died, lives on. Let us know what you'd like to see next. The end.